Hello my friends, thanks for stopping by. I hope you're all having a great day. Today I thought I would do a bronzy glow look using the new, what's it called? Urban Decay's Naked Heat palette. It really is right up my alley because it's all warm tones and earthy tones, which I love so much, with the burnt orange and the brick colors and the paler peach tones. I really do like it now, and I had a lot of fun. So if you like this look, stick around. I thought I would start out first just by letting you all know that I do have clothes on, and I did prime my skin. I thought I would show you. I used my skin. This is Regenica. It's a medical grade serum. It's a dual serum. I put this on after I toned, and I have to mention this PCA cream hydrating balm again because I absolutely love this. So I really made sure my skin was moist because I want to go for a glowy bronze facial, a very light application of makeup, but I want it to be really glowy. And I used my Tata Harper eye cream, and on my lips I have conditioned them with my Lumiere lip balm. In the nose, the T-zone area, I went ahead with my Algenist, and this is the Pore Corrector Anti-Aging Primer, which I use all the time. So we are going to, I have an idea of what I want, but you know, a little bit of flying by the seat of my pants. So I thought we would go ahead and try something with the new Urban Decay Naked Heat. These colors are right up my alley. Not tried any of them. All right, so I do want to, I want the face to be a light application of makeup, but I want it to have a little bit of a bronze glow. So, all right, so I think I'm going to try some of the Lumiere Skin Tint, and I have the color light medium. I probably could have used something a little bit darker. I'm not sure how I feel about this yet. I'll know for sure after this tutorial. But I did buy it. I bought it from Michele at Neiman Marcus. I'm going to mix it in because it is a little bit on the light side. I really should have gotten the darker one for the looks I'm going for. And I'm going to mix in a little bit of my Fluid Sheer number 10 from Armani. And this should warm it up slightly. It might turn it a little too orange, but we're going to go ahead and see. And I'm going to use my Beauty Blender because I want this to be a more sheer look. I'm doing this basically, there's a lot of women who cannot wear powder or don't like the look of powder. Some women don't need a lot of coverage. Now I have a little bit of rosacea, so I like to build up a little bit on the cheek area. But for today, I think I'm going to go and try to warm up my skin tone a little bit. I've ordered some self-tanners. I'm going to give them a try. I don't use a lot of self-tanners because they itch my skin terribly, but I remember using one, a year or two back, La Viva Diva something. I already ordered it, and I also ordered the Tom Ford bronzing gel for the face because I don't like self-tanner on my face at all. So that looks pretty good to me, okay? Now, that's all I'm gonna do with the actual face, but because I am so blue and dark around my eyes, I do have to go ahead and use concealer, and this is where it gets really tricky for me because I also have lines under my eyes. So I do have to use a little bit of setting powder or it'll just crease like crazy on me. So I'm gonna go ahead and just blend this down and try to take care of some of the darkness. Now, if you don't have darkness around your eyes, you don't really need to worry about using something like this. If you want to use a concealer to add a little brightness around the eyes, that's fine, but you really don't need a whole lot. I'm going to really try to work it down, and I need to put it on the top. This is a genetic thing with my family. My mom had a lot of darkness around the inner corner and her lids. But she didn't wear makeup to cover them up. Her generation, you know, some women wore makeup then, some didn't. My mom was a lipstick person. I remember when I was young though, my mother did wear Max Factor pan stick. Those of you that are my age probably will remember that. I do miss having Max Factor around. I know it's still sold, I believe, in the UK. not so much here. Okay, so I've just brightened up under my eyes a little bit, and I use the Urban Decay Peach for that. There are several that you can use. The Armani is actually thinner in consistency, so if you're someone who doesn't need as much coverage, you may prefer the Armani. It is an excellent product, but I just find that the Urban Decay works best for me. So now I have gone ahead and done that, and I think I'm just going to put a touch of concealer, not too much, and I'm trying this Tarte Shape Tape. I'm going to say this one can get a little bit cakey. I'm only using a small amount, and again, it's just to brighten up underneath and in the corner, and I'm actually going to tap it on, bring it all the way up. I forgot my tape. I wanted to use my tape. See, I'm all out of sync. Okay, so just going to take the Beauty Blender and really shear that out now, because I really don't want a whole lot, but I need the color and the coverage. Okay, you see that just happens to brighten it up a little bit, because you don't want to start to look muddy just by using bronze all over. You do need to brighten up somewhat. So we'll do that. I love doing a bronzy look in the summer, but you do have to find the right products for your face. Okay, so I kind of like that. We're going to just leave that. And I'm going to put just a very light dusting of powder. And I'm actually going to use the Glow Minerals, and this is their Golden Medium Loose Base. Now I'm going to take a brush that's very lightweight. I'm going to actually use a Wayne Goss brush, and this is the color of it. I'm not sure, this doesn't give a lot of coverage as a mineral foundation, but it will be perfect. I'm just going to tap some of it off in the lid, because I just want to put a little bit on this brush, and then I'm going to tap it off, and I want to just go ahead and kind of pounce it lightly on the cheek area, just so I can go ahead and put some powder products over it. And I do want to take the shine off of my nose, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. This is for you women that don't like to wear a lot of powder, and of course for the women who do like to wear powder or need the powder, you go right ahead and powder at this point. But mine is to leave the glow. I want the glow on my skin, and I probably should have done something before I did this. I'm not going to go up high yet with the powder. I'm just basically going to go in the T-zone area here, just to set the areas that I know will start to glow. I'm going to avoid my marionette lines with this look. Okay, so now, I bought this a while ago, and I think I talked about it with you. This is by Chantecaille, and it's their liquid anti-aging face illuminator, and it's in sheer. And I got the color, I'll have to put the color beneath, because with my contacts I can only see so much, my friends. But it has just a subtle glow to it, as you can see. So I'm going to go ahead and take this Sigma Dual Fiber, and I'm just going to mix this so it's just a little bit into the top of the bristles. And I'm going to go ahead and just highlight that cheek area. And this brush sheds, which I don't like. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Make sure that you put this on before you do any powder area so that it doesn't catch. But it just gives a nice glow. I can even use a little bit more of it. And see, I'm just going back and forth in the bristles of this brush, and then just lightly touching, and then you can go ahead and just tap it on where you want. And I like this one because there is no glitter. It has a beautiful sheen to it. I'm going to take just a little bit on my fingertip and go ahead and highlight the Cupid's bow, and then lightly feather that out. Even if you want to use your fingers, you just tap a little bit of it on. And then go ahead with your brush and shear it, but work down so you don't go up into the wrinkles of our eyes. Everything is an issue when you're our age. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and tap that on. And there we have that. Okay, so now I'm going to go back with my little Wayne Goss brush, and I'm going to go ahead in with just a little bit of that Glow Mineral and just tap it to set it. You don't want to put a lot, you just need a little bit of this, not a lot. I had to make sure I hit record. And I'm just lightly going over to set it. Now for the eyes, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm just going to lightly set them. Same with the top. Notice I'm not using a lot of powder. Normally I would take the Beauty Blender and pack it on underneath there, but I'm not doing that. And I do find that this Glow Minerals is very lightweight. And again, I got the color in golden medium. I probably, for this look, could have used something a little bit darker, but it works out just fine. So now I'm just going to take my Terracotta Light by Guerlain, and this is for blondes. They make it in a brunette too, but I do like the blonde. And I'm going to go ahead and I'll take that Suku brush, and I'm just going to, I like these types of brushes, the Wayne Goss brushes, the Suku, or however you say them. I'm sure those Japanese brushes are the same. They're very soft and feathery, so you can really work the product into them. I just love them. And then we're going to go ahead and we're just going to add some color into our cheeks with the bronzer. And then we'll decide if we need, and because I put the powder over, it's not catching on the highlighter. Okay, and we can go round forward, and I'm just going to go in and pick up some more. I want to really build that up. And the other brush wasn't really doing it for me. Okay, so I'm going to take some of this and I'm going to run it down my neck just to add that bronze glow into my neck area, because I don't want to have a bronzy glow of my face and then have nothing going on for my neck. It would look kind of funny. All right, so I'm going to take a little bit of my Benefit now, and I'm just going to use a tiny bit of this. I'm going to change, I had an idea of a look I wanted to do for my eye, but I didn't put my tape on, and I do need the tape for that. The tape is a great guideline when you really want to focus it up. So I'm just going to, I have to look at these colors. I really didn't even look at them to see which ones I was going to use, but you know, I am a red-orange warm girl, so these were right up my alley. I don't think you really need this palette if you have some of the other ones, but for me, when I see a nice warm palette that I really love, I want to take full advantage of it. So, all right, so I'm going to go within, this is a Sigma E35, and I'm going to take the color Sauced, and I'm just going to pick that up, and Sauced is the third, it's a matte. I'm going to lean back and I'm just going to go ahead and start carving out my crease. I want to keep this look a little on the softer side, more natural. And then I'm just going to turn that brush sideways. I go in with it flat and then I turn it sideways just to work the colors in. Let me see what my camera says, okay, because it'll shut off on me eventually. This is a nice color, Sauced, perfect for me. Okay, just going to pick up a little bit more and really sculpt that outer edge, and then just soften it, turn it sideways and soften that crease. Okay. And I think I'm going to take a little bit of a satin color. I think I'm going to only work with 2 colors. There's so many looks that I'll be able to do with this one. Okay, so let's go in and just soften that line down now. So I'm just going to take a clean brush and I'm just going to soften that, and anything that has a sharp edge, of course, we are going to soften down. And that would just be the upper edge. And then anything, just clean it up nicely. You just want your base guideline there, okay? Okay, so you can see that I took the Sauced color and I just kind of followed my contour, the crease of my own eye, and just gave it a little definition. I didn't want a lot of color, so that's where we're at. Now I think I'm gonna go in and take, I think it's called Lumber or Lumbre. It's a satin finish, and I'm just going to take a dome-like brush and I'm going to pick up some of that color, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this color on the edge. I don't want a lot of eyeshadow for tonight, but I need a little bit of brightness on the eye. because I have a more bronze look to the face. So I'm just putting that color on the outer edge. That's kind of pretty too, I like that. Okay. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty. It's got a nice brightness to it. Okay, so I'll take a little bit of that color and I'm just going to run it underneath to brighten the lower lash line. Not too much color. We want just a little bit. Okay, so that's what we're looking at right now. It's a very simple, easy look using two shadows. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna do a soft sweep to try to bring some of that color in without moving too much of it on the lid. I want to leave my lid fresh looking. Of course, if you're someone who likes to do underneath your eyebrow, all that, you go right ahead. Next up, of course, is going to be tight lining, and I'm going to use Via Pia, and this is a brand new one, so I'm going to go ahead and just touch it on the back of my hand. And I'm just going to tight line. If you're someone who wears your liner on the top, go with a very thin line, but you still can do your winged eyeliner, just a little more thin. Okay, so you can see that just adds a nice definition. Are both of my eyes tight lined, and that's with my NARS Larger Than Life Via Pia. Some things, when they work for you, they just worked for you, and that's what you should stick with. So of course I have to fill in my eyebrows and I have to do my lips. Now for my lips, I'm going to do one other thing on my cheeks. I think I need just a little bit of color on my cheeks, so I'm going to go ahead and use this Hourglass, and this is their Brilliant Nude. Now I like this, but sometimes this color just overpowers. So I'm just going to go in with that Suku brush, and there is some white and some nude color. So I'm just going to touch like this. I'm not really going to swirl it around. And then I'm just going to go ahead and touch the color on the top part of my cheek. I don't want to take away that glow that we have going on, but I do need a little bit of color. So, and I like using these because they have their own glow. So this is a really nice choice if you don't want to get into using all kinds of products. You can also go ahead and just sweep this lightly over the eyelid. And it just kind of gives, I think it creates something that's a little more uniform to the face, okay? So now I'm going to go in with Hazelnut Tea by Laura Mercier. This pencil works for a lot of different looks for me. Gonna go ahead and get all my fallout out. There is fallout to those shadows. Okay. Okay, so there my lip liner is Hazelnut Tea, lined my lips, and then I filled them in slightly. I'm going to use just a gloss tonight, and I like a gloss with a bronze look, and this is by Chanel, and it's $7.45. I think it's called Subtil. These are really nice, but this just has enough color. With just enough glow. I'm not really a person who likes full blown on lip gloss. For me, lip gloss looks really nice on other people, and I sometimes look at women and think, why does that look so good on her? For me, and maybe it's because I have so many lip lines, I think it just looks sloppy on me. But for this look, I do like it. So of course my brows need to be done, so I'm gonna go ahead and do those. And I'm using the same products that I will always use because they work best for me. And that is the Anastasia Brow Wiz in Caramel. It just happens to match really well with my hair color. And the Anastasia Brow Gel is excellent for covering up white eyebrows that just won't color anymore. And I just love the two of them. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. and I'll be right back with you. All right, my friends, I am back with the finished look. I went ahead and did my mascara. I curled my lashes because I always do. And I am wearing the YSL mascara, and this is in black. And I have 2 coats of it on. I really do love this mascara. And because I'm wearing a glowy finish, I did not need to spray any hydrating mist or anything because it's a very glowy look. I thought I would share with you the fragrance that I'm going to be wearing is the Elizabeth James Nirvana. And of course, I just give myself a little douse of it. And I love these fragrances. Last time I wore the Bourbon Vanilla. My earrings are Sheila Fajl. And these, I think, are the polished gold hoops, and these are everybody's favorites. They are so light, and I know as we age, wearing a heavy earring is not an option anymore. These are fabulous. I can't say enough about them, and I do get them from Lisa D1's blog. I'm also wearing an Alexis Bittar necklace that Lou got me for Christmas, and I love it. It's just, it has some almost like lucite, I think it is, and it's gold and some rhinestones. And I'm wearing it with one of my Nick and Zoe sweaters. And I'm wearing a long skirt, and everything on this outfit goes down. There's peaks on the sweater that hang down, and then I'm wearing a long skirt. So I always like to have a long necklace. And I will be honest, if I had another Alexis Bittar necklace, I would wear the shorter one with the long also. And my hair, I did my hot rollers, and I just took them out and fluffed it. And I will say that I used many of you wanted to know what I thought of the Monat products. And Lisa was kind enough to send me a couple sample packets. And today I used the Renew, I believe, and then the Revitalize and the mask and the oil. And it gives your hair incredible shine. My hair really does feel nice. I can't speak long term, but I will say that as a professional cosmetologist, I am quite impressed. So I will also put Lisa's link below for you to go and check that out. And that's it. I hope you enjoyed this, got some new ideas for summer looks. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget, subscribe. We're anti-aging here. Be happy, healthy, beautiful, and most of all, my friends, lovable. Let me know, my friends, if you got the Naked Heat palette. I know it's not going to be for everyone because I think more people are cool tone than they are warm tone. Anyway, thanks for stopping by. Love you guys. Bisous.